channel today, we'll be doing a little unboxing from Infinite Lotus. So if you've been following along, I recently just did a haul from a Paper Co. Where I switched my Louis Vuitton monogram M agenda from personal size to FC compact size, which is slightly wider than personal, and honestly the best thing that I've ever put in that Louis Vuitton agenda. And then I recently also had a cloth and paper haul because I am creating a new work planner because I recently got a new job. And when I was placing those orders, I also placed this final order with Infinite Lotus, and this is just to update my A6. So I'm shifting things around slightly. I always change my planner system and inserts that I'm using, as y'all know, based on what's going on. And so with the new job, there's a lot going on. And so kind of prepare for that and kind of like to move things around a bit. I have made a few changes in my, what's currently my A6 Mo term. So again, if you haven't been following me, I have a Mulberry A6 agenda. I'm currently going through a warranty claim with that to get the rings replaced. And so I'll be providing updates with that in my plan with me's. But I got this off of Amazon and I've actually absolutely been loving it. I think this is actually gonna stay in my lineup because I just love the size. The rings are so big, I can put so much on it, and it's just so durable. And so with that, because I have more room for activities in this planner with these huge rings, this is where this order came from. So let's go ahead and open it up. All right, and so you get your thank you card, the planner card for the upcoming month, and then a quote card. And then when I say this is a little haul, this is really a little haul. It's just to refill / add some additional structure into my A6 and somewhat of my FC compact. So let's start with what I got for FC compact. So I wanted to get a new dashboard for my personal size agenda, and so that's the only thing I got in this size. May Paper Co. and Infinite Lotus, so far the only shops that I know that have FC compact size, or at least that I like frequently shop at. I need to take a look around. Rosie doesn't have it, Cloth and Paper doesn't have it. I'm trying to think of the other shops that I've seen. But y'all know how much I love all these brands. And so with that, we're just gonna add this one in. This one came in a sub box recently and I'm just in love with it, and I thought it would look so good here with a quote vellum, which we have right here. So I have this: every ending is the start of a new beginning. And so that is item number 1, and I've just been waiting for an order to get a new dashboard for the front of this agenda, but I really like it. So we have that. And then, like I said, it's a very small haul, so there's only technically 3 inserts. So the bulk of it will be going through the flips and the updates of this agenda and then putting these new inserts in. So I ended up getting just some plain no inserts. I love Infinite Lotus paper, and I just needed something where I can like jot down notes that wasn't in a list format. So I picked up a stack of those. And then I want to move my finance section in here, so I got these expenses inserts to put in here. So I'll be adding a finance section, which you'll will see / what we'll be setting up. And then I also got these order tracker inserts to keep track of orders. As you'll know, I have these in personal size. However, since I moved to the FC compact size, I decided to put it in this agenda because this is going to be more my tactical planning, and it makes sense to have my orders and my expenses in here versus in my reference planner. So with that, that is honestly everything that I got. And so let's go ahead and add them into the agenda. So I've moved a few things around. And again, this is where we're going to spend the bulk of this video, is just the updates. So I added back in these essentials tabs from Cloth and Paper just because the titles made sense, but I still wanted to keep the newer dashboard, or dashboards. What am I talking about? Tabs as well. So right now I have a yearly tab, and then this is staying the same. I have my inbox and outbox behind the second tab, and then this third tab is going to be tasks and to-dos. And so I just need to add like a list style insert in here. That's the part that we need to figure out, is what to really do with this third tab. And then we go into the essentials. So I have my schedule, which has the Cloth and Paper week on 2 page vertical weekly inserts, I believe is what it's called. So You'll have seen these in here. Still loving these. These are still going strong with my page flag system. So not changing anything here. And that's all behind the schedule instead of separating it up. And then we have notes and lists. So this is my notes and list section as suggested. So this is literally all the lists, all of my Infinite Lotus list inserts that I'm loving, still loving, and then just random lists that I have that are categorized, usually with icon stickers. And then we have this finance tab. And so this is where these finance inserts are gonna go. And I already have a little placeholder for them. So we're gonna add probably like 6 of these. So if it is, what month are we in? April's almost over, so I won't do one for April. I think I'll just do it for the rest of the year. So I'm just gonna have 1 sheet per month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be mid-year. And then May and June. Yeah, okay, so I can always add and remove too, but this is just gonna be as simple as it's gonna get right now for this. So we have expenses there. And then this section, so the intentional planning, I'm just gonna put the order tracker in here. So no real title except for order tracker. And I'm just gonna grab 2 of these. And we're gonna throw these in here. So then we have that. And then this is meetings and notes. So this is technically like my mental health section. And then the last tab, I have this volunteer dashboard. And this is where we're just gonna throw the note inserts. So I'm just gonna grab a few of these and add some in here. I'm gonna grab a few just because they're notes. And then from there, I kind of want to figure out what to do next. Okay, so that's all the new items in here and what was initially planned. And look, I can fit all that in here and I still like, it's perfect. So I'm trying to think how I want to do this. So now we have my yearly inbox and outbox. I don't have anything under tasks and to-dos, so I wonder if I can move something here. This is schedule, notes and lists, finances. I'm trying to think if there's like anything over here. If I moved my, I wonder if I can take these tabs out and kind of consolidate. So if I move the order trackers with the list, because technically it's like a list, that'll work. Meeting and notes I could put behind here instead. Yeah, I could do that. And then I can just leave the notes section in the back without a tab. Let's try that. Let's see how that looks. This is ultimately what I'm like trying to decide exactly how I want to set it up. So this is the finance section. So we're keeping these here. And then maybe I'll keep this in as like a, might keep the intentional planning dashboard in here as like a separator. And that way if I ever need a note, I can just like quickly, yeah, I can quickly flip and then get there. Okay, so for lists, I can throw my order tracker up front. And then I just have the meetings and notes section to find a space for. So keep that there. Like the lists, like these. So these make sense. So then I really just need to move tasks and to-dos. I can take this and I can just call this the tasks and to-do section. So we'll put that here. Ooh, actually, this is what we'll do. Let's take these And instead, I'll keep finances in the back. So keeping that like this. We have the notes, my schedule, and then meetings and notes section. I'm gonna take the inbox and outbox, and we'll put the notes here. And that way it has a tab, and then I can easily flip to it, and then I can still easily get to my inbox and outbox. Yeah, so I like that. Okay, so that is going to be the new setup for now. I'll probably adjust, and I'll do an end of month flip, of course. But these are the updates. So yeah, this is going to be, like I said, more of like a tactical planner. So my weekly inserts are still gonna be in here. I'm gonna have the page flag system. And everything else is gonna be like checklists, check marks, like ensuring things get done, and now finances. And so I'm really loving the A6 size. I'm really excited to try these different like types of inserts in here, because so far there hasn't been really an insert, except for like the project inserts for school. I wasn't a huge fan of them in A6, but I think that's just because I prefer them in A5, so I took those out. But otherwise, like all the other inserts that I've been getting, I've been really liking in here. So yeah, other than that, that is gonna be it for this video. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching.